President Trump said the job is not finished. President Trump said, listen, the kids are the future. The kids are the future. Education is key. Our kids are not being educated properly. We need to do something. And he's doing exactly that. He just dismantled the Department of Education because President Trump is a businessman. President Trump understands, listen, where there's investment, there must be return. If you look at in the past 40, 50 years, over $3 trillion has been spent in the Department of Education. $1 trillion. Trillion with a T as Tom. And if you look at the results, there are no results. Our kids right now are worse off compared to how they were 50 years ago. Therefore, why spending the money? It's an indication that money is not being spent wisely. President Trump said, listen, the people have voted for me. Now we must give the power back to the people. Let's send the money to the state so the state can listen to the parents, so the parents can really educate the children. But this is not what the Democrats want to promote. The Democrats want to treat parents as children and treat children as parents. That's what the Democrats want to do. That's why if you look at in school right now, teachers cannot even discipline the kids because if they do, they can lose their job. Not just their job, they can lose their license. Parents are not even able to discipline their own child because if they do, they may take the kids away from you. But at the same time, the school they want to teach all kids about what do you identify as? Are you listening now? Don't get me started now. The school, they want to indoctrinate our children, but not educate our children. President Trump said, let's give the power back to the parents. Are you with me? Once again, President Trump is proving the Democrats wrong. President Trump is doing something the Democrats can never do, which is keeping your promise to the American people. During the campaign, President Trump said, listen, we're going to make a lot of changes because this country is not heading in the right direction. And guess what he's doing? He's doing exactly just that.
After 45 years, the United States spends more money on education by far than any other country and spends likewise by far more money per pupil than any country, and it's not even close, but yet we rank near the bottom of the list in terms of success. It's an amazing stat. Those are two stats you don't want. The most money spent per pupil, and you're at the bottom of the list. And that's where we are, like it or not, and we've been there for a long time.
Now, when you listen to these stats, you're like, okay, who would be against this? We spend the most money, and we are at the bottom when it comes to education. Obviously, something needs to change. Not if you're a Democrat. If you're a Democrat, you do not believe in common sense. The Democrats, they believe in insanity. They believe in doing the same damn thing over and over again and expect different results. But President Trump understands, listen, we need to use some common sense here. If you look at the graph when it comes to education, it keeps going down and trillions of dollars are being spent. No, we need to do something.
70% of 8th graders are not proficient in either reading or in math, 70%. 40% of 4th graders lack even basic reading skills, can't read. Students in our public elementary and middle schools score worse in reading today than when the department opened by a lot. In Baltimore, 40% of the high schools have 0 students who can do basic mathematics.
And you know what bothers me? Before President Trump, you never hear the Democrats ever say anything about how children are not able to read, they're not able to do basic math, yet we are spending trillions of dollars. The Democrats never cared, not once. Now that President Trump is trying to fix the problem, that's when they all care. Oh no, what about the kids? What about the special needs? Well, special needs, like President Trump said, listen, they're gonna be creating something where special needs kids are not affected. Oh, what about the kids that are in vulnerable situation? First of all, why do we have so many children in vulnerable situation? And that's another problem with the Democrats. They always want to give free food, free education, free healthcare, free housing, free this, free that, because the people are in vulnerable situation. No, the problem is, why do we have that many kids that their parents are not able to afford education? Maybe we should tell the people, maybe having 5, 6 children is not a good idea, especially if you are on government assistance. Hello. Now let's get to the reality. The reality is the Democrats, they don't want to fix the education problem in America. They want to keep people dumb. That's the only way they can get your vote, is by keeping you dumb, by feeding you garbage propaganda, by feeding you garbage fear, making you believe you live in the most corrupted, in the most evil country, in the most racist and the most horrible country in the world. Until you step your foot outside of the United States, you're like, oh, hello, I miss America now. Oh, America, America, America. The Democrats, that's the only way they can get your vote. Keep you dumb, keep you blind, keep you in chain, keep you in slavery mentally. That's the only way they get your vote. But guess what? The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. And now let's be clear. President Trump dismantled the Department of Education. It does not necessarily mean he's shutting it down 100%, because he does not have the power to do that. Only Congress can remove something that was put in place by Congress, right? But what President Trump has the power to do is to cut costs maybe up to 90%. President Trump can fire 90% of these people that are not doing nothing. Yeah, he has the power. But again, even President Trump executing his power as the president, you will still find some type of liberal judges placed by Obama somewhere bringing some lawsuits. Damn it. Now, if you listen to teachers, if you listen to anyone that works in public school system, they will tell you the same story. It is a disaster. Nobody wants to send the kids to public school because they don't learn anything. The good teachers that try to discipline the kids, the good teachers that push their kids to learn, they get punished by the school, because now the school will say, oh, all these kids are failing is because your exam, is because your whatever you're doing is not working. But in reality, it's because these kids are not learning. It's because these kids don't have parents to discipline them to make sure these kids do their homework. That's the problem. Good teachers don't want to work in public school because they get punished for being good teachers, and bad teachers get rewarded. And that is the playbook of the Democrats. Good people that work hard get punished, and the lazy people keep getting rewarded. But of course, anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification button. Let the algorithm know that you are rocking with Talk to E. Let the algorithm know that you are an early bird of the Talk to E community, trying to dismantle all the propaganda from the left, trying to promote conservative values, because yes, those things matter. We don't always have to be promoting destructive things, especially in the black community. Enough is enough. Now we want the people that believe in conservative values to get in front of the congregation. Stay safe.